What is up, everyone? Today is a special day because I am giving you guys my top 8 fragrances out of my entire collection I would keep for the rest of my life in 2025. So stay tuned after this quick intro. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Mark and my channel name is Scented Paradise. Today, I am going to talk about some lovely fragrances that I absolutely cherish from my heart. And my experiences with them have been tremendous. Starting with number 1, we got Carnival Mandarin by the Merchant of Venice. I am very new to this house. I got this for a steal for about $74. And this opening, the sillage is magnificent. Such juicy, mouth-watering citrus notes. You got this lovely bergamot, mandarin, petitgrain. You get a little bit of green notes as well. You get this Malaysian tamarind. Mid notes, you got some freesia, neroli, orange blossoms, which just brightens it up. And then the base notes, you got amber, blonde woods, and musk. But you know the interesting thing, why I absolutely adore this? This fragrance was inspired by the Muda del Trafego, which is a boat that was headed towards Tunis and following Africa as far as Alexandria, ending in Beirut. Many citrus fruits were imported this route, as well as valuable raw materials such as citrus, sandalwood, oregano, myrtle, mastic, and black mustard. And we all love those citrus notes. This is really good. It has decent longevity. You're looking at a good 7 to 8 hours. Most citrus notes don't last long unless it has a filler in there that helps push it out. This, I'm going to keep forever. You want to know why? Because this one just shuts down that Hugo Boss Bold Citrus. This is way better. You can get this at Max Aroma for roughly $74, and that's what I paid for. And I talked about that one on Instagram, and a lot of people agree. It's a really good one. Another one I want to talk about is no other than Bond Number 9, Scent of Peace Natural. I got this year, a few months ago, and I've worn it a few times. This is an absolute stunner. Performs so well in the spring and summer, especially when it's warm out. You get this juicy lemon and black currant, which gives off this nice berry aroma. Then you have this tangy lemon petitgrain at the top. But what really stands out here is this raspberry. This raspberry is kind of tart. And then you got some damask rose there in the heart notes. And of course, you got ambroxan in the base notes with cedarwood and musk, which helps this lasts long. So it is kind of synthetic. But I do pick up a little bit of green notes in the background. I pick up like this, I want to say some vetiver in the background and a little of this herb. And this has like this tropical vibe to it. And since I've owned it, I put a dent in the bottle, and this is my all-time favorite Bond Number 9. I would absolutely keep for life. Another one that I'm going to talk about that I absolutely love and got my hands on we got no other than Amouage Reflection. This, to me, I get barbershop vintage vibes to it because of the opening. And that's because you get that bitter orange, bitter, bitter orange leaf, no other than petitgrain. It's kind of tangy. Then you got that red pepper berry, which kind of sweetens it up. And then you have a little bit of spice from rosemary. As it settles down, that opening, that sillage just comes back at you like a tidal wave. Then you got some neroli, jasmine, iris, and ylang-ylang. The iris just is powdery. And then you get this buttery, creamy texture from the orris root. And then we got some sandalwood, Virginia cedar, Haitian vetiver, and patchouli. The sandalwood is very, creamy. I get about 9.5 hours. You could wear it all year round. But guess what, guys? I revisited this one this year. I wore it a couple days ago. And I kid you not, this one really shines in warmer days. And it just changes with projection, sillage, and longevity. This has phenomenal performance. This is another one I would keep for the rest of my life. All right, everybody. How is everybody doing out there today? I would like to get some comments back. What is your favorite top 8 niche fragrances you would absolutely keep out of your entire collection? Moving on. I got another one here that just mind-blowing to me for a freshy niche designer fragrance. No other than Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill. And we all know about this one. That opening, there's just something special about this opening. My mouth is watering right now. You get that juicy apricot, orange, a little bit of that peppermint, some amberette seed. You get this berry aroma from that black currant, and you got that beautiful succulent citron with fig, lemon, some basil, carrot seed, coriander seed, and that date. That date just kind of turns up everything, like you're turning out, up in the club. And then you got May Rose, so you have a little bit of floral there. Beautiful, beautiful, well done, blended, smooth designer niche fragrance from Louis Vuitton. I would absolutely keep this for the rest of my life. And let's be honest, you can have all them inspired twists and clones out there. And among other YouTubers who are in the fragrance community would probably agree with me, nothing comes close to the original formula. Jack Cavalier is a great perfumer for Louis Vuitton. This is by far my absolute favorite fresh fragrance for spring and summer of this year. I got about 8 hours of longevity and performance on my skin, which is surprisingly impressive and kind of shocking, because I know a lot of people say this is like a mid-level designer niche fragrance. Some got 6, some got 7. Hey, sometimes it isn't always about longevity. It's all about quality over quantity. And I'm an absolute fan of this. Yeah, it's pricey. You're going to pay. I paid $356.40. And that is something I wouldn't even recommend you guys even doing. You know, But just to walk in a Louis Vuitton store, spray it, check it out, which they'll let you do that. They'll let you spray it on your skin. If you know a couple cool reps, sales reps, they'll let you. And that's what I did. And I went and took a walk around the store because I was thinking on it. And I let it, transition from the top to the mid to the bass notes. And after that, I instantly fell in love with it. And I'm like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. So I bought it. And I'm happy to own it. So this I would keep for the rest of my life. And another beautiful, magical, spiritual, enlightened fragrance experience I had. I had a total spiritual enlightenment experience with this fragrance from Zaharoff. And I am talking about Precious Treasure. That is one I would absolutely keep for the rest of my life. You want to know why? It came out last year, and I read the book, little booklet I got with it while I was wearing it. And that adventure that George Zaharoff went on to collect some of the notochords out in Africa and where he went and the experience he had, should I say? Well, reading that booklet while I was wearing that fragrance, I got this spiritual enlightenment. So, about this fragrance, it's light, strong, monstrous, crazy sillage, projection, and longevity. It's beast mode. There's no lie in that, especially on my skin. Not everybody's going to get that, but you get that spiciness of Guatemala cardamom, Szechuan pepper, Timor pepper. Oh, it's so good. You got that Bushman candle. Oh, man, guys, you get that wild freesia, white cedar. Overall, it's a spicy, woody, resinous, floral fragrance. You could wear it all year round. Yesterday I wore that to work. I went 13 sprays. That's heavy. And a lot of people at work, when I was walking by, they're like, whew, man, somebody smells good. They had no idea what I was wearing until I talked about it. And I mentioned it. And a couple of people checked out the website, so I'm certain they're going to be pulling the trigger and buying some stuff. So, shouts out to George Zaharoff. Keep doing what you're doing, buddy. I absolutely love your stuff. Alrighty, moving on. Another one I want to talk about that I would absolutely keep for the rest of my life is no other than Zaharoff Joey Cannoli collaboration. Let me get a like there and a subscribe, and especially drop a comment. 69. Shouts out to GZ and Joey Cannoli. This is incredible, masculine, clean. This is the second batch of XXX Royale. Very clean, musky, leathery, so beautiful. Very masculine, great freshie. You could wear this all year round. It's perfect for the spring and summer. You got that nice bergamot, citrus notes, some lavender, a little bit of floral there. Guatemala cardamom, pimento, Himalayan juniper. So you got a little bit of that pine note there, a little bit of pine scent. You got some Virginia cedar leaf, musk, oud, and you got some patchouli, sandalwood, benzoin, cistus, and vetiver. It has great sillage, great longevity and projection, It's a great performing scent. Now I have the original as well, and that one is a little rank, a little more musky, and I absolutely like that one. But when this came in, as you can tell by the juice, it's a little darker. In fact, I'll go get my sample just so you can see a comparison. I mean, as you can see, in comparison with the light, compared to this, that's a little darker. Compared to this, that's really dark. So, this is an absolute stunning fragrance I would keep for the rest of my life. All right. This was a tough decision when it comes to Mancera, because I like a lot of their stuff. Unfortunately, I can only choose one for my top 8, and it's no other than Fig Me Up by Mancera. I absolutely love this one because of the direction Pierre Montel went with this. It's just one of a kind. Very green, fruity, sweet, fresh, floral. I like the opening of that rhubarb, fig leaf, and French violet. The French violet keeps it floral and doesn't push it in like a freshy aquatic. This is more like a freshy floral semi-aquatic scent. I guess I can say that because you have this juicy plum, you have geranium in the heart notes, which open up and really gives you this nice minty scent. And then you have a fig milk, which gets very creamy. And then, as it transitions, it also gives this tannic note. You pick up some tea, and you got some sandalwood, and it gets really creamy, almost milky. And base notes, man, it did some wonders. You got tobacco, toffee, tonka bean, and white musk. It says oud in the heart notes, but I don't get oud at all. It was a filler added to hold the notes together. And then you got white musk. You do pick up white musk in the dry down. This is a beautiful, beautiful scent. It's great for the spring and the summertime. You won't be disappointed. Sadly, people give this one a 7-point rating. Come on. I give this a solid 8.6 out of 10. It's an absolute beautiful fragrance. Well done. I mean, look at the juice. It's very dark, well-fitting. Should get your nose on it. Check it out. And this, out of entire collection, I would absolutely keep forever. It's just that good. It's beautiful. I cherish this one. It's very intoxicating, addictive, playful. Both men and women can really enjoy this one too. It's a unisex fragrance. Nothing harsh. Nothing cloying. I did about 6 to 7 sprays. I wore it to work the other day. Phenomenal stuff. It really smells good. It's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So there's 7 I would keep for life. I want to say 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, last but not least, this is from a good friend of mine. And his name is Jerry Clayton, and he does his own perfuming, and he's from Louisiana, from backwoods and swamps. And his parfums and cologne line, fragrance house, is called Native Parfums. And I spent some time with some of his stuff. He sent me something to check out, and these are fragrances I would keep for the rest of my life. And we got Swamp Water. Now this is a 10 ml decant. I got about 14 hours of longevity, and this is a beautiful, beautiful lip-smacking, mouth-watering freshie. It has this like cotton candy accord. You got some woods in there, a little bit of florals. It's sweet, not overly sweet or loud in your face like a Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance or a 1 million parfum. But it's good. Really, really nice. I encourage you guys to check him out. He has a Facebook. He's on Instagram. Native Parfums. Shouts out to my boy, Jerry and Clayton. Keep doing your thing, man. You're always tweaking with stuff. You're always dropping new stuff. And I'm happy to own this stuff. Like I said, guys, this Swamp Water, it's a great scent. And this is based off where he's from. You know, the swamp, boating, fishing, and all that. The name says it all. Another one that's good that I would keep for the rest of my life is Conception by Native Parfums. Now, this is a decant. They do perform. They do last. You're not going to have any problems with sillage, projection, or any of that. They're anywhere from 12 to 16 hours. And this one hits about 14 hours. Beautiful, well done, blended. Now, if you're a fan of 1 million Parfum or 1 million Elixir, now, I'm not hating on Rabanne, but this, way better, in my opinion. You get cotton candy, you get that jasmine, a little bit of florals, but this cotton candy accord, it's super sweet, mouth-watering, and I can see why it's called a Conception. And you pick up some other notes as well, but, man, it's heaven going up my nose. All right, everybody. You heard my top 8 was supposed to be top 8, but I had to talk about 2 others that I have to keep for the rest of my life out of my entire collection. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, wonderful week. Please hit that subscribe button. Like, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts. And let me know what your top 8 or top 10 niche fragrances you would keep for the rest of your life out of your entire collection. Have a good day, everybody. Peace.